And we are live.
Yay! I
Welcome back.
am. If I sound tired, it's because I just got home from watching uh Hamilton.
Alexander Hamilton. I actually have never actually seen that.
Uh, you can watch the Broadway the official Broadway theatrical recording thing.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Is you can watch it on Disney Plus.
mm,
It's good. Okay.
not really interested.
Okay.
Honestly, like nothing I've heard about it really interests me, and I've listened to enough of it. I'm like, you know what, the hype's kind of overblown.
If you have a chance to see it live, I definitely recommend because it's a whole different experience. I did not watch the original cast, obviously, because
Lin
but I did.
Miranda is doing nothing but Disney movies these days.
I do like. Uh, I like the person that played Hamilton a lot. I can actually grab the pamphlet and name the actor.
What? You gonna dox this guy on our channel?
Well, it's no more doxing than saying Hugh Jackman.
Oh, you mean huge jacked man? Yeah, I heard he was great as Wolverine.
Yeah, Tyler Fauntleroy was is the actor who played Hamilton, um, and he was fantastic. Um,
I shouldn't have
yeah,
trusted you.
the whole cast was
Don't play with
really
me.
good,
Oh,
and
All
also
along
the
you've
yeah,
been trying to
cutscene.
choreography.
undermine our war with the metalheads. Whose side are you on?
Listen, Ashlyn, your father's planning something terrible. And if
My father can destroy the metalhead armies once and for all.
he cracks open the precursor stone, the explosion will kill all of us. Don't you get it?
That's right. Not so hard, huh? Even I can figure this one out.
Don't you move. Vin, come in.
What? What? I've got my hands full here, you know?
You know all about the precursor stone myth, right?
Sure. I did my economic energy doctorate on pre-Turian theoretical physics. Why?
What would happen if the precursor stone were to be, say, violently cracked open?
Great. As if I didn't have enough to keep me awake at night, you give me one more thing to dread. Thank you very much. If someone actually had the stone, according to my calculations,
Be a nuke.
cracking it open would theoretically destroy everything.
Everything?
All things.
Everything,
Every
everything,
single thing.
Everything, 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 everything.
everything, everything.
Bye-bye.
Trust me, Ashlyn, we have to stop him.
I'll try to find out more. But right now,
Those
my
booty
father is
shorts
running
are
crew at a
tight.
secret weapons factory near the dig. Here,
They're not
that's
booty
my top
shorts,
level
they're
security
jeans.
pass.
Jeans
Get you
with
into the factory,
tactical
but it won't
cuts
be
around
long.
the hip.
We never had this conversation.
Yeah.
Haha, I'm king now.
Yay. Yeah, I definitely recommend watching live if you can. Um, uh, Next year, the things showing are at that theater are going to be Beauty and the Beast. Is one that my mom wants to see, and I want to see Hadestown.
Hadestown is a lot of fun. I've listened to a few. I haven't seen it myself either, but I have listened to it, and I have enjoyed it.
Yeah, we're both hoping at some point, maybe like in 2 years or so, they'll do Wicked. Wicked would be fantastic. Oh god,
I'm running
my
low on
body
ammo
feels like
forever.
lead.
Your body feels like lead. What about me? I'm pumping lead.
Yeah, just because it was super exhausting to, watch.
Stay focused for an entire musical number.
Oh yeah, I didn't even get to go to the bathroom at the intermission because the line was way too long.
So what was your favorite song?
Oh, definitely Right Hand Man. Right Hand Man is my favorite song. That and Wait For It. Wait For It is also a really good song.
Wait for it, wait for it. Okay, am I not allowed to leave through here? Oh, no.
Maybe oh, there's a door.
This side.
Yeah.
Get up. There we go. Oh,
And we
you're
have
fucking
some
with
pretty
me.
solid. Oh, this is gonna be miserable.
No, I can do this. Wee, wee, wee. Okay, fuck.
First try.
All the way back here.
Oh my god.
Oh, thankfully, Jack doesn't do that thing where, like, if you fuck up, you have to do the entire, it starts dropping as soon as, like, you touch the edge. Fuck.
I do want to see more like musicals live. It's just, you know, a whole day.
The only
It's
musical I
exhausting.
ever saw live
And it's
was,
expensive.
the only musical I ever saw live was the one about the plant from outer space.
Oh, Little Shop of Horrors.
Yes, that one.
That one's great.
I remember they were trying to sell like T-shirts after the show for like $500.
Yeah. I got a hoodie for $70 and a scarf for 40.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. My mom spent like over $1,000 on
Fuck you! Don't make
because
me
the
do
tickets for both of us, they're really good seats. It was like $700.
I heard you pause there when you saw that.
I did. That was hilarious. Yeah, it was like $700 for the 2 tickets, then $75 for breakfast. We went to the restaurant where the From Dusk Till Dawn show was filmed. You know, the show based on the Robert Rodriguez movie.
There's a show?
Apparently.
Is it any good?
It was a 2014 show. I mean, it's got
No.
it's way-
Fuck.
I mean, it's got decent ratings.
Okay. I need to watch that movie sometime.
Oh yeah, the movie's great.
I only saw like the second half of it once as a child.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 2014,
Okay.
and we went to a restaurant that was. We went to a restaurant that was in it, and it was really good, really expensive, but also it's a very, very Texas restaurant. So the proportions were big. We had my mom had chicken fried steak. I had I had their special burger, which was 2 quarter pound, or not 2 quarter pound, oh god, I don't even know how big it was. It wasn't quarter pound patties, but They were like homemade patties. Also, everything in it is homemade, like made in-house, even their whipped cream. Even their chips. Because we also got an appetizer of queso. And they had some of the best mac and cheese I've ever had. And also we got 3 pies.
Oh, neat.
I got a s'more pie. Like, when my mom said this, that the place specializes in pies, my first question was, do they have s'more pie? And they did.
No.
It was so good. My mom had a strawberry cream cheese pie to go, so that she could have it as a snack later. But the one she ate,
I'm getting fucking tilted. I'm getting tilted here. I'm letting you know right now. While you're having this pleasant conversation about pie, I am losing my fucking mind.
So they have an apple pie. It's an apple pie with ice cream on it, and it's served hot, like on a skillet. And it smelled delicious. And if I didn't fill up on my own pie, I would have definitely tried to ask for a bite. But I'm definitely gonna get that apple pie next time I go.
You ever been to Cheesecake Factory?
Once. I went once for a cousin's birthday.
That's good. That's like the closest thing I can think of to that conversation, but I'm trying to think if there's any like famous restaurants I've been to. Oh, wait a minute. I was in one where they were filming an Adam Sandler movie.
Nice.
I
Is
mean,
that the
I was...
Adam Sandler movie you were in?
Yes. But the joke being that the restaurant I was in was the one they were filming at while I was there as an extra. I've never actually met Adam Sandler. I think he'd be a pretty cool guy to just like meet, even if I like don't think he's all that funny.
Oh yeah, no, I've heard that. I mean, he can be funny.
He can be funny, yes. I really, really hated his. Okay, let me correct myself. I think Adam Sandler is fine and funny. My main issue is that I had to listen to him singing about Turkey for like 5 hours once at a workplace. So. I've told you this story before, right?
I think so.
It's when I worked at a warehouse. The song on the radio was like Adam Sandler singing "Turkey, turkey, turkey, yummy, 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 in my tummy, tummy, tummy," and like the DJ loved it so much he kept playing it on fucking repeat. And we couldn't change the channel because it was the favorite channel of the person of my uncle who ran the store. So I was like, "Oh my fucking god!" It's like listening to Adam Sandler go "Turkey, turkey, turkey, yummy, yummy, yummy." And maybe that wasn't the whole song. Maybe that wasn't. Maybe there was like another joke in there. But like, oh thank God they opened the door a little early.
I think that on the topic of Adam Sandler, my enjoyment of Eight Crazy Nights is starting to become less ironic and more genuine.
I think my opinion on Adam Sandler is that he's funniest when he's
Access granted.
A, trying, and B, working with somebody who isn't in his usual wheelhouse.
Right, Jack. What my father's doing.
Yeah.
Because
If you get to the weapons factory, maybe
Happy
anger
Gilmore was
management
funny.
is so much funnier than, say, Pixels, you know?
I forgot about Pixels. Yeah, well, the thing you gotta remember is, like, a lot of the schlock that he does is pretty much just to help his friends get out of a bad situation.
Yeah,
You know, either by giving them an acting role so that they can keep their insurance, or giving them a role so that they can have the time and money to safely divorce a horrible, horrible person.
Oh, I'm not complaining about that. I love that about him. Well, my main issue is the fact that couldn't they at least be good? But I say that as the nice as I can. I get it.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
I mean, this is a guy who won 2 Razzies for worst actor and worst actress in the same film. So
Oh, was that Jack and Jill?
Jack and Jill, yeah.
Oh god. I think Jack and Jill was solely to help Al Pacino keep his medical insurance.
I guess I don't know enough about Al Pacino.
I don't remember. I don't remember which movie's which, but
It's the one Al
from what-
Pacino was in.
no, I know. Okay, so the medical insurance thing was Al Pacino's.
I don't know. I do know Al Pacino was in that one though. So
Yeah, I know that. But anywho, from everything I've heard, Adam Sandler is a pretty cool dude in person.
hate this level. Hate this level. Hate this level. Boom.
Oh, it's just play it like Doom. Oh my god, you just fucking shoved him in acid.
Yeah. Fucker probably deserved it too. But he used to beat his wife and kids, I guess, maybe. I don't know any of these guards. This one was probably running a puppy shelter.
You just launch someone into a furnace. It just cuts to a woman in a apron preparing a nice dinner as her kid is doing homework. Suddenly, the doorbell rings and she receives a letter that her husband was killed on duty.
Man,
That's still one of the funniest jokes in Austin Powers. It was cut for being too dark.
Very funny.
What's one of your favorite cutscenes in any movie?
Okay, this is gonna sound crazy to you, but there's a cut scene in Treasure Planet that I really liked. And I get why they cut it, but, okay, so, John Musker and Ron Clements, directed Treasure Planet, one of the best movies ever, and there's a cut scene, and they cut it for a reason, because it was kind of slowing the movie, and they had better scenes to do the exact same thing. But the general gist of it is, it's about Jim's loneliness. See, it takes place right after the whole scene in which he's arrested, but before the scene in which he meets Billy Bones. And in it, or maybe it took place earlier, not sure. Anyway, he's doing repairs on his Solar Surfer, so it probably did take place beforehand. He's doing repairs on his Solar Surfer, and what ends up happening is, while he's doing that, he runs into a young elephant boy who's... No, fucking... Thank Christ. Anyway, he runs into a young elephant boy who's like, "Hey, mister, you doing repairs on a Solar Surfer? That's so cool." And Jim's like, Yeah, I'm doing repairs on a Solar Surfer." And the kid's like, but I need help because my scooter isn't working right." And Jim's like, "Oh, I know what's wrong with that." So he gives it a look, tells the kid what's wrong. And he's like, and he looks away to, like, get, like, the tools from his kit to help. And he looks back, and the kid's there with his dad. And the dad's like, "Don't worry, son, I got this." And Jim just looks utterly dejected. And then he just flies away, and it's a fun scene in a great movie, and I get absolutely why it was cut, really on the nose. But at the same time, just a great movie overall. So even like cut scenes, I don't mind.
Yeah.
One
I-
good scene I am really glad they cut though is from Lilo and Stitch of all things.
Which one?
It's
This-
it's
you
the
cut-
it's the tsunami warning scene. And I know there's a bunch
You're
of
glad-
people who are like, oh, why did they cut this one? I'll tell you why. It's because of tourism, and they didn't want to scare off tourists. And I'm like, nah, it's kind of because it just doesn't fit the movie at all. Like, I didn't get. It's a decent scene, but it does not fit the tone of the movie like at all, and it makes Lilo look like even worse of a person than like they want you to show at the start. I don't know. Maybe that's just my take, and maybe I'm the weird one out.
Yeah.
I could already feel you getting ready to argue with me on that one.
No, I'm thinking about which cutscenes from movies You know one thing I like? So, there is a cutscene. There are several cutscenes in Star Wars Episode 3.
Oh right, the
Um,
sewers. No, the sewers of the ship. The ship sewers.
No, not Shock T maybe dying. Not that one.
No, the ship sewers. It's the
No,
one
I
that
was
got
gonna
cut so they can make a level out of it in one of the video games.
Oh, right. No, I was gonna say there was a scene of there was a scene where like Obi-Wan and Anakin were going to have like a flashback to like to or they were gonna be they're basically outside on a planet that staring up at the stars and like talking about just philosophy stuff, and it was supposed to like I like the text. I'd have to find it, but
Are you sure this is a scene from the actual
It might be
movie
from-
and not
it might be
Anakin
from
Shrugged?
Clone Wars. No. It was either a cutscene from the finale of from the final season of Clone Wars or a cutscene from Revenge of the Sith, and I do not remember which. But no, they basically talked about like they basically sit and just have a moment together. I mean, there's a lot of scenes. There's also a scene in
Fuck.
Revenge of the Sith where Padme was planning on killing, where Padme realized what Anakin was doing was effectively. So Padme's entire arc in Revenge of the Sith got cut effectively because she was originally supposed to be using Anakin to get closer to Palpatine.
Oh, fuck her.
So that she could kill Palpatine.
That was cheap as fuck.
Or kill Anakin? I don't remember. I'd have to double check. My mind is fried right now because
You saw that. I go into evil mode and then I immediately get knocked out of it because I took damage and they all jumped me while I was going through the animations.
yeah.
I don't know why they do that. Like, if you're in evil mode and you take, like, damage, you get knocked out of it.
Yeah. Oh, I ordered a Steam Deck today.
Oh, yes, I recall you mentioning that.
Yeah, it was the OLED version is the one I'm going with. What about cut game content? Is there any cut game content you want to talk about?
Gosh, Let me think. That's a tricky one, actually. Because I gotta think about like games that I really like that had content that was cut out of them.
Yeah.
And then I need to know what the content is to any sort of degree that I can talk about it.
Well, it was recently, well, not. So one of my favorite cut content stuff is cut content from Zelda games. And Ocarina of Time had some cut content. One of the more famous being the
God
the
damn it,
original water temple.
the auto aim in this game sucks. Ugh. You saw that, right? I was pointing my gun at
Yeah.
him like multiple times, and the auto aim was just like, no, I'm gonna shoot to his left.
Yeah. So the original water temple in Ocarina was going to be ice themed.
Oh, spooky.
That's why the water medallion's symbol is a snowflake.
Okay,
And that-
I know what my cut content is. I'll talk about it later.
Okay. Well, it's basically it was theorized that when they had a drastic shift about the order of dungeons and the use of the medallions, they one of the theories is that they swapped the ice arrow and the iron boot plates, and that the iron boot would originally be obtained from the Gerudo, and the ice arrows would be found in the ice cavern, or some variant of that. Because the ice arrows have certain effects programmed into it that would only make sense if they were moved at a later, way later into development. Specifically, they can freeze the Gerudo, and they can freeze Bongo Bongo's hands, and they can freeze the spikes, which would be most useful in the water temple when you have to climb up that steep ramp that has the spikes. So the theory goes that you would originally get them either in the water temple or in the original water temple. Because in Ocarina, literally the only time you actually need the long shot is to get the only time you need the long shot is just to get to the boss door of the water temple. Everything else you can do it other ways. Like getting across the Gerudo Bridge, yes, you could use the long shot, but it's clear that they intended for you to jump over it with Epona. But the
Fucker. I don't want to do this entire section over again.
one of the most one of the clearest examples of the late game dungeons being swapped around is that the order of the medallions themselves, showing that the Shadow Temple was supposed to be done after the Spirit Temple. And the Spirit Medallion, back when they were usable
Holy
items.
fuck! Sorry I interrupted. Wow, I did that. Oh,
Flawlessly.
that was rough. I was on like 1 hit point.
Yeah. So back when the medallions were usable items, the Spirit Medallion acted as the Lens of Truth, and in the circle of the medallions, the Spirit Medallion.
Oh, right. It's time for this. Okay, cutscene. There he is, ladies and gentlemen.
When I first met you, Jack, and I commend you for making it this far.
We've come a long way, eh? Yeah, I'm getting real teary-eyed. I love weapons. I love how they look, how they feel, even how they smell.
This
I
one
think
smells
you
like
need
oil.
serious help. My favorite was the impossibly powerful weapon Ma built to blast open the metal head nest. Poor fool died before he could use it. Ah, well. But I have a new favorite. The Piercer Bomb I've just completed. My masterpiece is
Bomb?
powerful enough to crack open the Precursor Stone and release the untold energy inside. As soon as the Baron shows up with the stone, we'll hide it in the last shipment of Eco and deliver it to the Metalhead Nest. A surprise dessert, eh? Just take this gun upgrade and forget what you saw here.
Not this time, crew. I'm through being your hired gun.
Then it's war, isn't it?
Kill him.
And he gave me a gun upgrade too, so he's a nice guy, really. I swear.
Say hello to my little friend.
I'd love to, but crew, I'm running low on ammo, so
Yeah.
yeah, I was
So,
like no
long
HP. Let me just.
Long story short, in this incoherent rambling mess, basically, the ice arrow, based on uses, seems like it was intended to be obtained before doing, either before or in the original Watto Temple, and the iron boots were intended to be obtained in the, from the Gerudos, back before the dungeons all got swapped around.
Okay, that's kind of cool. One of my favorite bits of cut content is actually from Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy.
Oh yeah, the what was it, like the
Sting like a whoop.
Tomb of Anubis or whatever?
No.
I
Goodness.
don't remember.
Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy has 3, as far as I know, cut levels.
Wow, you got us mad. Oh. Good shot, Jack. The big man is hurt.
So it has a jungle temple, a water temple, and a fire temple. In like all the best ways you can have those. The boss of, you remember like the boss who came out of nowhere who just sort of turns you into a frog?
No.
Anyway, there's a boss fight where you beat her by being turned into a frog. Anyway, in the that boss is actually a refugee from a different level that they cut, but they still had the boss fight almost done, so they kept it. They just replaced it with a boss fight that was further along.
I see.
Little green
On the topic
bastard.
of cut
Yeah.
content involving turning into frogs, Banjo-Kazooie, originally, the grunty boss fight at the end, that final blast that she does that misses, it was originally going to hit Banjo and turn him into a frog, and then you would play as Tooty with the goal of getting all the remaining Mumbo tokens to turn Banjo back.
Oh, we've talked about those before.
Yeah,
Quite often, actually.
that's because it's one of the. It would have been so fun.
I guess it's because it's one of the few bits of good content you know from like your favorite game.
Oh yeah.
Help,
Also, it's
help. Dear God.
also
no.
it's not as complex as like a whole dungeon or stuff,
Let me introduce
so
you
it's easy to offhandedly mention.
It's probably easiest to just find a corner and just shoot these green little blobos, to be honest.
Maybe. So what? You just kill them and that's the boss fight?
No, I kill them and then crew comes in for the fight, and I just shoot crew.
Sting like a whoopee.
it irks me so much that the health bar isn't, you know, because it's got like the pips, but that doesn't translate to the actual like shots, you know.
Fair.
It takes 3 shots per pip.
I flew like a butterfly, sting like a wumpy.
Now they've got us mad. You got 'em! They're coming again!
Fuck. I'm being chased by these little green blobos. Focus, Jack! Shoot the ones closest to you! Stop shooting the ones farthest!
Ah,
This is like my main issue with Jack's auto aim here.
yeah.
All my issues come to light here in just this one bit. Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
What
do
you
what
need is a crowd control, like an explosive weapon or something.
Well, guess what? I ran out of ammo on that one.
Oh,
That's what I was using earlier. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to spend this life just collecting ammo.
okay. Someone posted a picture of the Oscars and it's like, Hollywood is fake. These are all paid actors. What musical would you like to see if you got the chance?
Like anything ever, or
Any
like,
music-
any musical that exists, or any musical that I can come up with off the top of my head.
That exists.
Hades Town probably.
That's fair.
That one looks like a lot of fun.
Well, it's gonna be in Texas next year. It's gonna be in
Let me
Austin.
introduce you to my crew.
Oh, also the sound design for the Hamilton, the person that was doing the sounds for this showing, did sounds for Sweeney Todd and won a Tony.
Oh, neat. Shame he didn't win a Tiger to go with it.
Oh man, I would love to see Sweeney Todd. Basically, during the car ride to the theater, my mom and I effectively made a list of things we would like to see if we got the chance.
Okay.
So, you know, I had
No,
this
wait.
stuff that, you know, stuff like Cats, Wicked, Sweeney Todd.
So I have actually
Um,
seen a musical in person before.
Yeah?
That wasn't Little Shop of Horrors. I saw the Shrek musical a few years ago.
Isn't that supposed to be really good?
You say that, but there's like 10 videos by Shay Farillos complaining about how bad it is.
Oh, what am I thinking of then?
The Shrek musical is fine.
Oh yeah, the person that did hair and the hair and wigs for this showing also did hair and wigs for the Broadway version of the SpongeBob musical.
Oh,
If
fun.
there wasn't enough of crew
Or
already.
not Broadway. I don't think the SpongeBob musical is Broadway. But you know what I mean.
You know, I've always wanted to see the Beetlejuice musical.
Oh, yeah,
That looks
one of the people that worked on this version did also work on Beetlejuice.
Oh, fun.
I would love to see the Beetlejuice
Fucker
musical.
spawning his little spawn in the corners where you can't see or defend against him.
They're attacking from off screen.
Not really. They got to get on screen, but they're kind of fast. So Ratchet and Clank has a rule where, like, when it comes to enemies, they can't just do tap damage. They have to, actually hit you. They have to swing.
Yeah.
It's a design rule to like make sure that like you can actually react to things. Come on. Fucker. Bitch.
Oh, that hurts.
That hurts a lot.
That hurts to watch.
Oh god, and I'm out of ammo for the red scatter gun now. Time to do the laps to regain my ammo. Yay. Can you believe there's people who actually Iron Man run this game? I could never.
Yeah. God, what would be the worst game to Iron Man run?
Dark Souls? No, wait.
There's an achievement for doing that.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that like people, do it. Actually, I need to think of something that's a lot
it's
more
Dark Souls.
unfair.
It's Dark Souls 2 that has the zero death achievement, which is also... So the thing about the zero death is you get a ring from beating the game without dying. So you need to do zero death in order to get 2 achievements.
Ooh.
Yeah, the one for no dying and the one for all the rings.
Okay, so they're giving me the purple ammo now because I don't... That's what I need. Excellent. Okay, now I can take this on normally. You can see that it's nighttime now because it took too long.
Yeah. More dramatic. If you could make any kind of musical, like any piece of media into a musical, what would be the big set piece? Like what would be the main, like Phantom of the Opera has the chandelier and the catwalk. Cats has the moon and the junkyard.
I need to figure out like what I even want to make into a musical right now because like I'm thinking on it.
Fair.
Do I want to go like really old, unnecessary sci-fi adaptation, or do I want to go like... I think there could be a pretty good musical adaptation of Narnia, if there hasn't been one before.
What would it be? What would be the big set piece?
Hey, Blue.
Let's see.
Sting like a whoop.
Definitely. I think it could be the wardrobe, but I was thinking more the maiming of Aslan.
No, that's not what I mean when I say set piece. I mean,
As if there wasn't enough of
What do you mean? You mean set piece?
the main thing the entire set is built to draw attention to. Like the thing on the stage that the entire play is made to draw attention to.
That's tricky because it's one of those ones where they move around a lot. I think snow probably.
Well, no, that's also not.
Weary of this. We end it.
It's better. Like I said, Phantom of the Opera has the chandelier. That's its big set piece.
We got him.
The
is hurting now, and the
Hell yeah.
challenger is down for the...
Is it too late to give my notice?
Yeah, we quit.
The city is already dead. I've sold you all out.
Jack, I think maybe we should be anywhere else just about now.
Ashley.
We're out of here.
Woo! Okay, I'm making a Jack 2 musical, and the bomb is the set piece.
You guys
You know what?
find my
It's
body.
hovering in the
That's
background the
Take
entire
Hard
time.
Mode for you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry it's come to this.
Actually, it'd probably be the hippo or whatever. But if you did Narnia, it would probably be probably the lamppost.
Lamppost?
I guess
see that.
because it's one of those things where they move around a lot, so any one set piece is never like a set piece for long.
Yeah.
The inevitability of moving around a lot, so you don't just keep returning to one location.
Yeah, if there was if I made like a big budget musical of Dolls of New Albion, I'd have the McAllister house be the big
Whatever it is,
set
Crew won't be
piece.
needing it anymore. He's, shall we
I mean,
say,
it'd have to be.
not altogether these days. Step
Yeah,
aside,
'cause-
Jack.
What?
Let
Which
the game
room? The
player
living
do
room?
his
The
stuff.
basement?
You're
The basement and the attic.
All right. I need to lock in again. I just finished a big boss fight, and now I gotta.
Great shot, Dexter.
Okay, you talk.
Oh, yeah, no, if I had, I would effectively have the set piece, like the stage divided into 3 floors with, actually, if I had enough money to do some crazy shit, like the kind where you need to renovate the theater in order to accommodate the set, I would have it be pretty much the house built on an elevator, so that it would like that would probably be way too dangerous. You know, don't want to accidentally America sings someone.
Series of unfortunate events. Make it around the Olaf's house, the backyard.
Yeah, that would actually be kind of dope.
Who'd you get to play Olaf in a musical adaptation?
I mean, Neil Patrick Harris does have a singing voice.
I mean, in like a low budget one. Fair enough.
A low budget.
You beat the game.
Woo! I beat it. Woo! First go.
Yeah.
The time map! You know, Sugar Plum, if any real metalheads came to town, I'd bunk them just like I did in the game.
Dexter?
They'd be all, "Don't hurt me, please!" And I'd be all, "Too late, metal monkeys! You die screaming!" Know what I'm saying? Jack, I think these trophies are still working! Metalheads! Metalheads! Where's Sig when you need him?
Sig? I think Crew sent Sig on one last mission. Something about using Mars Ruby Key to open a secret door in the Underport.
Of course. Come on, Dax. We need to get to the Underport right now.
I'll take the time map to Kira.
Be careful, Angel Chicks, and your hero will return shortly.
All right, we enter Act 3.
All right.
Total War.
The shield wall is down. I repeat, the shield wall is down. Sabotage. Core did it. I knew metalheads would be the enemy. Oh no! Metalheads are at the door. They're breaking through. Too many of them. Jack. Ah!
Did he say shit or Jack?
Jack. Anyway, Vin is dead now. You don't get to see it. He's just dead.
Which one's Vin?
He's the guy who runs the computer room.
Oh.
He's the guy who said, "Oh, they're gonna blow up everything." Come on. The door took too long to open. God. I swear I love this game. I swear I love this game. I'm telling you I love this game. I say as I want to strangle somebody, the development team.
Yeah. What can you realistically do though?
Well, we've done like 3 big missions, and guess what? We're not even an hour in. Oof.
We're not an hour. Oh right, 'cause we started late.
By the way, this is a great place to farm Metalhead skull gems.
What do those do?
Unlockables. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Ugh. Of course, I have to do the mech suit again.
Water levels.
It's not tank controls, but it's close. Also,
Tank
guess what
controls
the
more
gimmick
like-
is?
Oh, you have an air meter.
I have an air meter! Woo! Air meters!
that. What? But you're in a mech.
Yeah, and I'm breathing in a lot of carbon monoxide too. Don't you get it? I breathe out carbon monoxide and then I'm breathing it back in. Obviously, the mech does not have air tanks.
Yeah.
Okay, where am I?
Oh.
Dear game
Look, you're
developers,
going
if you're
somewhere.
going to include bombs, please do not make them gravitate in my general direction while I'm walking by them.
I hate
Especially if the controls are just clunky enough.
You know what water level I really like?
Hit me.
I really liked the water level in Twilight Princess.
That was a fine one.
Yeah. Oh. Why can't you just pull the chain down and stand on the platform as it, you know?
I'm in a giant mech suit. Why can't I? Good question. I wonder, can I get out of the mech suit?
Maybe.
No.
Oh. Oh. The fucking platforms have physics on them?
Yeah, just enough. Speaking of, guess what game Naughty Dog is working on that's not going to be done for like 3 more years?
The Last of Us remake. Last of Us remake.
They already have that.
Yeah, I know, but don't forget one of the Sony suits. It's like, oh, we gotta keep making remakes.
Fair enough.
Look, if Bethesda can release Skyrim 11 times, then I wouldn't be surprised if Sony releases Last of Us at least 3.
I can't actually see where I'm going because this camera is zoomed in too much and this mech suit covers half of it.
I'm so tired.
Camera, zoom out. I want to see things that aren't just the goddamn mech suit's ass cheeks. Yeah, they're working on their new game, the Heretic Project. Which is supposedly not going to be done till like 2027.
Yeah.
Which, good on them for taking their time with it. but I'm also very aware of Neil Druckmann's difficulties as a director.
Difficulties?
There was a lot of complaints about his difficulties as a director during The Last of Us Part 2, seriously. Where he just kind of would make people throw out tons of work because he changed direction or people didn't like what he had, so he'd make them just restart.
And when I did, metalheads came streaming in from some passage outside the city walls, just like they were waiting for him. There's one.
Crew's dead.
Yeah? Well, he's lucky, because he would not want me to catch him alive.
The metalheads must have promised Crew plenty for him to betray the whole city like this.
Let's get out of here.
But yeah, basically it's just allegations as far as I know. But but yeah, the general gist of it is that Neil Druckmann is a not a difficult taskmaster, but just he makes people throw stuff away, and also he doesn't take criticism. But then again, that's a lot of people. Even like the best creatives don't take certain kinds of criticism well. And from what I understand with The Last of Us Part 2,
this is a horrible camera.
There's been worse.
Just because there's been worse doesn't mean that this couldn't be better. Bottomless pit.
I think that's the last we'll see of him.
That's the last we've seen of him. We're never seeing him again, by the way. That is an enemy we will never see again, I'm telling you. You're doubting me. I can hear the doubt in your dowdy face and your dowdy ears. How dare you doubt me? They're accurate. We're never seeing that enemy again.
I'm just tired. I'm exhausted. I don't have a whole lot to talk about.
That's fair.
My Minecraft stuff is going good. Figured out, I finished my dome. I made a big dome with a diameter of...
Oh god damn it, Sig. Why do you have to be dying while I'm struggling with puzzles? There we go.
Great, no time to celebrate.
I'm just gonna collect these. Their owners clearly don't need their skull gems.
Stay close or we'll both be dead.
Or do they?
Great, here comes that bad boy again.
He's back! Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't believe I lied to you.
Oh, that's clearly a different one.
Move your butt! He's gaining!
Anyway, I think the new Last of Us show is coming out soon.
Oh, I still need to finish the old... Nah, I'm not gonna bother finishing the last... the previous... Don't get me wrong, I really like Pedro Pascal. I like Nick Offerman. You know, I really like the Nick Offerman episode of Last of Us. But also, I just don't like Last of Us. like in general.
So, did you see that coming, or was that just me?
Oh, that was obvious.
Well, if we could stop us, because we're...
Yeah, he's not dead. He's down there. We gotta kill that metalhead and rescue him.
No, he's dead.
Yeah, I just don't like Last of Us. I've gotten bored with it, with its setting.
It is very generic zombie, I get you.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool at first, like, oh, cordyceps. But then it's just kind of...
It's 2 games in like 10 years, all of which are kind of not your style, I get it.
No, I mean, also the show.
True.
The show, I've just gotten bored with Last of Us. Like, as a piece of media.
Oh, by the way, in case you're curious, Neil Druckmann did an interview where he spoiled the mystery in the most unsatisfying way possible.
What mystery?
So, at the end of the game, are you fine with this spoiler?
Oh, is it about how Abby killed Joel?
No, you're thinking about the sequel. This
is it about the whole amygdala thing?
No, I don't think so. It's about, basically, you know that Joel saves Ellie even though it's a questionable decision, right?
Yeah, because, you know, her, like, getting her brain fluid could provide a cure, well, not a cure, but a prevention for everyone else.
Yeah.
And all that.
So basically, like, it's up in the air whether or not it's a good decision, and it basically depends on your, like, opinions and beliefs.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
Because
Good writing.
There's also no guarantee that getting her brain fluid would work in the first place.
Yeah. So it's a big thing of like, was it a good decision anyway, you know? And unfortunately, Neil Druckmann did an interview where all the actors are like, well, it's a complicated question, and then Neil Druckmann's like, no, it's not. It was a good thing. It was a good thing he did that. Joel did the right thing. Where everybody else is kind of aware that it's a complicated situation with many rights and wrongs in it. Neil Druckmann just went out and said, yeah, you did the right thing.
God, if I had something, like, if I made a very popular thing with an ambiguous ending that's up to interpretation, I would be like, my personal interpretation is this, but my friend, or, you know, my co-developer, or whatever, their opinion is this.
But there's quite a few things that do that.
Yeah, Dark Souls, for example, like they're like, or FromSoft in general, they do not have an answer. They do not have a definitive answer on what is considered a good ending.
Miyazaki does not come out and do interviews where he discusses the rights and wrongs of the universe, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we can agree that there definitely are bad endings. We just can't agree on if there's any good endings, or if there are good endings, what they are.
All the endings you like are bad endings, and all the endings I like are good endings.
No. No, you have it backwards. The endings I like are the good endings, and the endings you like are the bad endings.
No, you're getting it wrong. I like all the bad endings, you like all the good endings, like the fraud you are.
These are my glorious good endings, and your hedonistic, or your heathen bad endings.
I'm getting completely washed here. I don't think I can protect these old people.
Have you ever seen Firefly?
No.
Oh, you should.
You should watch
Firefly.
I watched the first episode, but it wasn't like gripping
Oh,
me.
good. That means you're like already an eighth of the way done with the series.
Well, I watched it like years ago, so I don't remember any of it. So that's kind of like asking me, hey, do you remember that cheeseburger you ate like 10 years ago?
I think that you'd really enjoy Firefly once, like, I think you'd enjoy Firefly. It's really good.
I enjoy Nathan Fillion a lot. So.
Nathan Fillion is fantastic. And it has one of my favorite jokes in it is Nathan Fillion is getting his ass kicked by like some mafia people. And Jane is about to jump in, but one of the other crewmates is like, no, this is his fight he has to do on his own. It's for his honor. And Nathan Fillion's character is like, no, it's not. I need help. And so they're like, oh, okay. And just grab their gun and burst in.
I'm trying to remember. There's like God, I'm trying to remember. That reminds me of another joke that's really good in that same sort of vein. There's been a lot of jokes like that, I'm gonna be honest. There's another one that comes to mind, but I can't remember what it is anymore.
Oh.
I had it in my head, but now I don't.
Is it Dragon Ball Z Abridged?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe.
Because there's one point where Trunks was like, you need to give Goku a sensu bean. If you're worried about cheating, loosen your moral code or stop hinging the fate of the universe on fights. On tournament fights. And Vegeta's like, you don't get it. He's a Saiyan warrior. Fighting is in his blood. It's what he does. He'll die before he gives up. And Goku's like, I give up.
Amazing.
God, I love... Oh yeah, you're doing the Tony Hawk stuff?
I don't even know if this is like necessary.
I mean, it'd be very weird to just stop all momentum to have a Tony Hawk level. But also, it is like, what, 2003?
Whee! I don't know what that was for, but...
I'm probably gonna go to bed, like, right after we finish recording.
Okay.
Because I am exhausted. How long have we been going?
About an hour.
Do you want to have a short episode?
No.
Oh.
Unfortunately for you, I did not have much going on today, so I am desperate for this hit.
Alright, well, I can't guarantee that I'll stay awake the entire time then.
Okay, I have no idea why they made me do that, but I guess I did it, so I'm just gonna leave.
I won! Maybe you just triggered maybe you just triggered it.
I just
Do you
triggered
need to be here?
Yes, it was showing me the thing on the minimap. See? It's showing me the thing on the minimap.
Is that... No, don't you need to go, like... Okay, where do you need to go?
Well, I'm going to do the other thing now, because obviously what I need isn't here.
Alright, but, like, what in the plot? Because...
Well, dying. But more specifically, mission fail. What mission did I fail?
Are there enemies here? The music got so intense.
I don't know. I have no idea what the mission here is. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna continue with the main storyline. I have no idea what's going on here. But yeah, in the storyline, I'm stopping Baron Praxis from blowing up the planet.
Yeah, didn't you already grab the amulet from Crew?
No, I don't have the Stone of Mark, the Precursor Stone yet.
What did Crew drop then?
He dropped a passcode or a detonator switch. I don't recall.
It looks like some kind of red gem or something.
It's a red gem, yeah, but I don't think it's yeah, it's not the precursor stone. The precursor stone is the big green gem. Quick question: before we do these episodes, do I need to start doing recaps with you?
No, it's just because my brain is fried because it's been a very long day to me and I'm about to pass out.
Fair enough. Let's at least get to what I assume is... If this is what I think it is, this is an important cutscene, then we can call it quits.
Alright.
Stop! Hey.
You know what play I wish I could have gotten to see, but I know for a fact will never ever see the light of day again?
What?
Starlight Express.
Never heard of it.
How have you never heard of Starlight Express?
You'd be shocked at the many things I haven't heard about. Just like you haven't heard about a lot of the things I care about.
It's the Andrew Lloyd Webber musical about trains that caused a lot of people pretty bad injuries.
Okay, but here's the thing. I don't talk about Andrew Lloyd Webber because I don't actually know anything about the guy. When you say Andrew Lloyd Webber, the image that pops into my head is actually the guy who sounds a bit like this. Completely different personality.
There's a really good episode of Waiting in the Wings about Starlight Express.
Fair enough.
Or was it Sideways?
Maybe.
I think it's Waiting in the Wings. I think it's Waiting in the Wings. But yeah, it was about it was a musical about trains, which meant that the actors had very bulky costumes and had to ride on roller skates and do tricks and stuff, and it was pretty dangerous. A lot of people got badly injured.
Okay, something's up. I'm not finding the...
Maybe it's glitched.
It shouldn't be glitched. Why would the door not be there?
Well, I think...
Oh, there it is. Very small and not big like I was expecting it to be. Let me through. There we go. Alright, so this is what I think it is. You're gonna have a laugh.
Core, what's going on?
I'm sure you know. Deep down in your darkest nightmares.
His face is not supposed to be doing that, by the way.
Oh, it's... that is glitched?
That is glitched. It's a well-known glitch.
Ah, he's evil. Who would have ever guessed?
It's a texture glitch issue because of the remaster.
Still, I called him being evil like a few episodes ago.
I mean, yeah, it's not subtle.
The precursor stone! The city must die, and we all die! Ah!
Immediately beefing it.
Yeah, that's because he wasn't the prophesized hero.
Crush this city, one brick at a time! You are the supreme weapon, Jack, and I made you. Still, any leader worth his salt always has his backup plan. Remember, the first rule in making a bomb is to always make two.
Oh, okay, I'm going in. Man, what a mess of junk in here. All jumbled coils and switches. Should I unhook the blue wire? Wait a minute, are Otzel's colorblind? Let me just break a few more things and see if anything pops loose.
He's also for like, what, 2 years now?
Yeah.
Like candy
Technically
from a
3
bin.
if you really think about it.
Did the entirety of Jack 1 take place over the course of a year?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe there was a year-long break.
Well, no, because it opens directly with them getting the portal open.
Yeah, but maybe there's a pause, you know?
I mean, Daxter has 2.
He's got 4. He's naturally quadrupedal.
I see.
He can run all 4s.
That's a treat.
Alright, that's it.
Alright.
Because you are about to pass out. Hit us with your sign off. Well, I shoot
I think thank you everybody for watching. This was Jack 2. There's plenty of other stuff on the channel. I'm waiting for the dialogue to... Alright, so yeah, I'm playing Sonic 06, and I'm also playing Mario Brothership, and also I am playing Minecraft, and also I run a D&D 5e campaign called World of the Pier, so definitely check all those out.
Oh, you're playing the Minecraft movie game, the adaptation of the game
no,
based
I'm
off
playing
the
Project
movie.
Sacrifice.
Which is based off the movie, which is based off the game. It's the game of the movie.
I am not going to be involved. I am not going to I am not going to touch the movie or anything, any spin-off or merch of it.
It's the hit game based off the hit movie, based off the hit game.
You wanna know what one of my favorite jokes with that kind of thing is? In American Dad, at one point, they're like, Jeff is like, oh, this is our son, we adopted him, his name is Nemo, like the kid from that book, Finding Nemo, the movie, the book. Anywho, comment challenge of the day. What piece of media would you turn into a musical, and what would its big, like, major set piece be?
The Ratchet and Clank musical, and the big set piece is Ratchet pulling out the rhino.
That's, again, not...
Anyway, now that's the end of it.
You don't think you understand what a set piece is.
I think you don't understand how little I actually care.
Yeah, well, sorry for being excited about musicals.
I love
Anyway, with
I
that
love
out of the way, there's nothing left to say, but good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody, and I do love musicals.